Brooklyn? Oh, I gotta not sound tired. I haven't had my caffeine yet. Alright. I had to get gas today. Drop $100 in off the gas tank. Is this, we're good?
What the heck? Every time I think I got it all set up,
It's all Greek to me right here.
Huddle camera turned off. No, we're not.
No, right into it.
Why did the camera turn off?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Triton Event Center. Let's welcome back the Tritons from a fabulous week at retreat. We'll get into that a little bit later. Today your Lady Tritons are taking on the Firewolves of Samueli Academy. I always like that name, Firewolves. Anyway, Samueli comes in, overall record of 6-7. I did look this up last night. They were supposed to play a game last night. I don't know if they actually did, but we will say that 6-7 overall, 1-1 in their league, the Academy League. Your Lady Tritons come in 10-2 overall, 3-1 in league. This is a non-league game. These two teams used to be in the same league in the last couple of years, but it has since evolved a little bit. Tritons are now in the San Joaquin League. So we have a non-league game here. Samueli comes in a Division 9 team, and your Tritons come in at Division 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Division 7. My caffeine hasn't kicked in yet, folks. So anyway, it looks like the lineups are getting set here. Tritons get the first serve. Down ref is making sure we have all rotations correct. Happy Saturday. We appreciate you taking a break from watching some awesome college football or some Premier League soccer for those of you who like to watch that. To tune in and watch the Lady Tritons see if they can notch another victory here. So the Tritons are going to get it started. Addie Robertson's going to get the serving going for us. Let's see what happens here. Ball's in play. Samueli. Well, they had a good, had it going well there for a second. Little miss hit there by number 1. I'm sorry, I do not have their roster. Let me see if I can find that for us. Be nice to have some names. Addie Robertson continuing to serve. Quick set into the middle to Kaylin Reiki, who actually gets that down, hammers it home. And the Tritons take a 2-0 lead. Addie Robinson back to serve once more. Ball is in play. Samueli is able to get it up. Get a set over to their girl number 1 who gets it over. Tritons get it to Ava Loritz, who's able to hammer it over. Samueli tries to tip it back over the net, but Cara Wondercheck's there for the roof, as you can hear them getting after it. The block for the point, 3-0 Tritons. There's an ace for Addie Robertson. Good start for the Tritons, and that leads to a quick timeout by Samueli. I think their coach there would like to kind of get the girls on the same page. I am trying to pull up a roster for Samueli so we can get some names there. All right, here we are. Let's see if hopefully this is current. We will do our best here. So in the first hydration timeout, Tritons are up 4-0. Again, the Tritons have returned from retreat this past week. They spent a few days up in Lost Canyon, Williams, Arizona. It was a great time. Having been there, I can attest to that. Great watching the kids enjoy the camaraderie, meeting new people, playing the games, interacting with the teachers, skits. It was a great time, folks. But hey, now that's over. We're back to business here. And the Tritons are on a mission, so this is step number one to keep that going. There is another ace for Addie Robertson. All right, let's see. We have a sub for Samueli, number 9. I have that as Madison Rufinos checking in. He's going to play a little back row. Samueli coach getting her girls all lined up. Let's see what Addie's going to continue to serve here for us. Samueli's able to handle this one clean. Back row hit. They get it back over to the Tritons. A little sloppy on the set there. Tritons send a free ball back over to Samueli to do a quick set to the middle. Number 1, that's Elise Snyder. She hits that just a little long. Setup was there, just couldn't quite execute it the way they wanted to. Tritons maintain the possession, 6-0 lead. And Addie Robertson sits that one into the net, and looks like she hit that one pretty hard, folks. Knocked the pole right off the net. So we're gonna get that fixed up for everybody real quick. Hey, big shout out to Student Life for putting on the retreat. I mean, that is an undertaking, folks, and just the work behind the scenes that Student Life personnel, the administrators, the teachers. It was wonderful. Anyway, back in action. Number 22 serving for Samueli, Josephine Park. Gets it over. They do Tritons do a backline set for Rebecca Pinjoyan. We got a nice little rally going here. Here's a big set to Cara Wondercheck. Tips it over into the block attempt and down. Samueli not able to handle that block cleanly. It goes down side out to the Tritons. Senior Ava Loritz back to serve. Number 1 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts, Senior Ava Loritz back. Good serve. Samueli sends a free ball over, handled cleanly by Charlotte Carlson. Ooh. Woo. Back set to Cara Wondercheck, and she did not miss that one. My goodness, folks. She goes cross court, hammers it down. Samueli unable to handle it. Point Tritons. Ava Loritz back to continue serving. And Samueli handles it cleanly, but has to send a free ball back over to the Tritons. Let's see what they do with it this time. Ooh, quick set to the middle. Kaylin Reiki. Samueli gets it up and back over. That was exciting. And they go outside to Rebecca Pinjoyan. Woo, boy, Samueli tried to get that hit from Rebecca up in the air, but it goes over the net and out of bounds. That was a big hit. Tritons up 9-1. Ava Loritz continuing to serve. Tritons not showing too much of the post-retreat rust, folks, which is good. Back set to Cara Wondercheck. Blocked at the net, up and over, and out for the side out. All right. Number 9, Julia Mitchell subbing in for senior Ava Loritz. Going to play a little back row for us. Yeah, not a lot of rust being shown by the Lady Tritons. Of course, they did play a lot of volleyball up at the retreat. So they were getting some reps in, which is good. Ooh, great serve by number 21 of Samueli. But the Tritons able to handle it. Little side out. That's 10-2 Tritons. Then we have Charlotte Carlson back to serve. I believe she missed the last game, so it's good to see her back in uniform for the Tritons. Serve is up and a little long. So she may have gotten too much rest, folks. She put a little bit too much on that one. And that's side out back to Samueli. Firewolves going to serve. We have number 1, Elise Snyder, back to serve. They are trailing by 7. They need a little bit of a rally here. Well, Tritons didn't handle that serve very cleanly. What happened is Cara Winterchuk tried to poke it back over the net and send it out of bounds. So there's a clean point for the Firewolves. Elise back continuing to serve. She's got a good serve there, folks. And she's able to put that in. We'll call that an ace. So the Firewolves have cut the deficit to 5. Elise Snyder continuing to serve. Handled cleanly this time by the Tritons. They set up Cara Wondercheck for the big hit. Tipped at the net. Firewolves was able to handle it, but they cannot put it back over. That's a side out to the Tritons. Cara Wondercheck back to serve for the Lady Tritons. It's a formidable team, folks. A lot of firepower on the Triton team here. Great serve. Firewolves are able to handle it. They send a free ball back over. Who are they going to set up this time? Ooh, outside to Rebecca Pinjoyan. Wow, she goes right down the line because there was nobody there. Even if they were there, folks, I don't know if they were able to handle that one cleanly. That one had some pop on it. Raising some eyebrows here at the scores table. That was impressive. Here we go. So they're going to set her up again. No, they go quick set to the middle. Peyton Soliday gets the hit down, but the Firewolves are in the net. So either way, it wouldn't have mattered. My apologies. I did not see Soliday sneak into the lineup there. Regardless, it's point Tritons. Cara Wondercheck continuing to serve. Firewolves are not able to handle the serve cleanly. That's an ace. So we got Cara Wondercheck, Julia Mitchell, Charlotte Carlson, Addie Robertson, Peyton Soliday, and Rebecca Pinjoyan on the floor for the Lady Tritons. Well, Cara was a little too juiced up on that serve. It does go long. Side out, a much needed side out for the Firewolves. And they've got number 9. That's Madison Rufino back to serve for the Firewolves. They're going to try and put a few points together. Let's see how the Triton defense handles this. Great serve. Well, that just kind of died right as it went over the net for the ace. Right in front of Rebecca Pinjoyan, and she gave a valiant effort. She couldn't get that one up cleanly. Madison continuing to serve back here. Ball is in play. This time handled cleanly by Charlotte Carlson. Set up on the opposite end for Rebecca Pinjoyan. She goes a little long cross court. Point to the Firewolves, who trail 8-14. Great serve again. Triton's able to get a free ball over, and there was a little miscommunication there between a couple of the Firewolves. One girl was trying to get it, and the other girl called it from behind, so she said nope, and it falls for a point. Side out. We have Ava Lords has subbed back in for Julia Mitchell. Rebecca Pinjoyan for the serve. And there's a clean hit by number 22 for the Firewolves. That's Josephine Park. And Ava Lords' kill attempt goes wide, so Firewolves get a little offense going on that one. They get a side out. Number 19, that's Leilani Rufino. Okay, Leilani back to serve. Ball is up and in. Rebecca Pinjoyan actually sends it right back over the net for a free ball. And Firewolves have to send a free ball back over to the Tritons. They go outside to Ava Lords, who tries to tip it over. and is not able to do it. So that's straight point for the Firewolves. Number 19, Leilani, continuing to serve. Firewolves have closed the gap to within 5. Trailing 15-10. Leilani puts the serve up and in. Handled by Ava Loritz. And we're going to have a free ball back over, and Ava just put that one straight out of bounds. So, point Firewolves. Serve is in, serve is good. Ooh. Kind of snuck up on Charlotte Carlson there. She's not able to handle that cleanly. That's a straight point for the Firewolves, and that leads to a timeout. Coach Allie wants to try to break some of this momentum and talk to her girls here. So we have a moment, folks, here. We're in set number 1. It's a non-league game. Samueli Academy Firewolves visiting the Lady Tritons. The Tritons do have 2 league games this week. They are on the road, both games. 9:27, they taking the charter up to Western Christian, all the way up there in Upland for a league matchup. The varsity is scheduled to play at 6 p.m. That is contingent upon the 2 lower level games before them. So we'll see how that works out for them. And then on Thursday, that's 9:29, the Lady Tritons travel down to San Juan Capistrano to play CVCS. Big league matchup on that one, folks. That'll be a big one. So hopefully you can make it down to support the Lady Tritons. This week is a travel. But before we get to that, we have to finish this one. I stated a little earlier that the Tritons weren't showing any rust, but the Firewolves have put together a little rally here, so we'll see how that timeout helped out the Tritons. Well, the ball is up. We send a free ball back over to the Firewolves. Let's see what they do. They go middle hitter. They try to set up a quick hit in the middle of the number 3. That's Brittany Ramirez, but she sends it a little bit long. So that's side out to the Tritons. We have a libero switch here. Peyton Soliday going back to serve, and Kaylin Reiki has come in to play the front. So Peyton Soliday back to serve. Ball is up, ball is in play. Firewolves do a little back set. And number 22, that's Josephine Park, does a really nice little tip over the block attempt of Kaylin Reiki and I believe Ava Loritz for a side out back to the Firewolves. That was well executed by the Samueli. And number 3, that's Brittany Ramirez back to serve, and she drops a little teardrop in just over the net right in front of Rebecca Penjoyan for the ace. Tritons are going to adjust their receive here a little bit. Brittany back to serve again. Puts a little bit more on this one. Handled cleanly this time by Charlotte Carlson. Back set to Kaylin Reiki, who then tips Kaylin Reiki, excuse me, I may have said Kaylin Reiki, who tips it over the defense for the side out. Well done by Kaylin, little running back set tip. It was well done, folks. We're back to the top of the rotation. Addie Robinson back to serve. Addie put a pretty good run to start the set. She's trying to close it out. There's an ace. Tritons now take a 18-14 lead. I'm sure Coach Allie would just like Addie just to finish this set out. We'll see if Addie's able to do that here. Good serve again, handled cleanly this time by Samueli. Set up number 22, Josephine Park. Handled cleanly by the Tritons, who do a little back set to Cara Wondercheck on the opposite side there. And she didn't miss it, folks. Gets it down for the point. Addie Robertson continuing to serve. Serve is up and good. And Samueli sends it right back over to the net. This time they do Addie Robertson does a quick set to Kaylin Reiki. Gets it over. Firewolves handle it. Free ball back to the Tritons. Outside set to Cara Wondercheck. Little tip. Handled well by Samueli. Now we got a nice little rally here going. Backline hit. Ooh, well played by Samueli. You know what? Samueli handled that one well, folks. And they get that side out. So Firewolves trail 19-15, number 22. That's Josephine Park back to serve. And she sends that between two Tritons looking at one another like, hey, you got it, no, hey, you got it. And that's an ace because neither one of them got it. Josephine continuing to serve. Firewolves have closed the gap here. Free ball by the Tritons sent back over to Samueli. They handle it. Let's see who they set up here. Outside set to number 21. Is that Ailey Zarate? I'm pretty sure I did not pronounce that correctly. I apologize. She's not able to handle it, though, so that's a side out to the Tritons. We have a 20-16 lead, and Ava Lord's back to serve. Ava gets the ball into play. Let's see what Samueli's able to do with it this time. Backline hit. Handled cleanly by the Tritons. Tritons are going to do a backline hit of their own by Cara Wondercheck. Handled by Samueli. They put it right to the net, and Rebecca Penjoyan's right there. And, well, we usually know how that's going to end up. That's a point Tritons. She's able to put it straight down. Ava Lord's continuing to serve. Scratch that. We're going to have a timeout by Samueli. Samueli's trailing 21-16. Folks, take a moment. Grab you a brisk drink. It is warm out there today. And we'll be right back with you here in about 44 seconds.
Let's just keep doing it for now. I'll look at it.
All right, we're back in. Hope everybody had a chance to wet the whistle. I sure did. I needed it after flapping the gums this long. In all that confusion there, Samueli was able to get a side out. They trail 21-17. And Ailey, number 21, is back to serve for the Firewolves. Let's see what she's able to do with it here. Ball is up and in play, handled by Penjoyan. Little back set to Cara Wondercheck. I tell you what, there was a good block there by number 19. That's Leilani and number 1, Elise. And they were actually able to get that block on Cara's hit. That was well done. Doesn't happen often, folks. So point Firewolves. Ball is up and hit just wide out of bounds. So side out. Back to the Tritons. Charlotte Carlson going back to serve. And we have Peyton Soliday coming in, replacing Kaylin Reiki to play a little front line there. Charlotte puts the ball in play. Deflected, or excuse me, not handled cleanly by the Firewolves. That is an ace. Charlotte Carlson looking to close out set number 1. Needs 2 more points. Let's see what happens here. Ball is up and in play. It is good. Not handled cleanly by the Firewolves, but they're able to get the free ball back over. Handled by Ava Lords. Let's see who they set up. Ooh, outside of it, Rebecca Penjoyan. And she goes corner, and it deflected right off of the libero for the Firewolves. Setting up set point for the Tritons. That was a big hit, folks. As most of her hits are. So Carlson looking to close it out. Goes through her routine, sets it up. Ball is in play, handled cleanly by the Firewolves. Their setter tried to do a little sneaky dink over the net, and it didn't clear the net. So Lady Tritons take set number 1, 25-18. Folks, we're going to take a couple minutes break here. Grab some refreshments. Maybe something to drink. We'll be right back with you in a couple minutes. Welcome back into the Triton Event Center. Getting ready for set number 2. Non-league match between the Samueli Firewolves and your Lady Tritons. Tritons did take set number 1, 25-18. Looks like we're going over some lineups here. Kind of see who we got. Looks like for your Tritons, we're going to have a pair of Rikis on the floor, Kaylin and Peyton. Cara Wondercheck, Rebecca Benjoyan. We got Emma Hartman, Addie Robertson rounding out their starters. For the Tritons, for the Firewolves, number 9, Madison Rufino back to serve. They're going to get started this week, this set. Oh, nifty little ricochet there, free ball back, attempt back over by the Tritons, but Cara Wondercheck sends it a little wide. So that's point Firewolves. She's got a pretty good serve. Handled well. Ooh, a little tip by Emma Hartman. And the Firewolves are unable to handle it. They attempted it, folks. They got a couple of people's hands on it. They just couldn't get it back over the net. That's a side out. So Addie Robertson starting off the serving rotations for your Lady Tritons. Serve is in. Serve is good. We're going to have a free ball back over to the Tritons. Let's see what they set up here. A little set to Cara Wondercheck on the far side. And Firewolves was unable to handle that cleanly. That's a kill and a point. Tritons. I'd like to welcome in all of those who may be watching locally and from afar. Addie Robinson's serve is in play, handled by the Firewolves. They send a backline hit over to the Tritons. Little miscommunication there between Carlson and Emma Hartman. Ball falls free. That's a side out. Back to Samueli. Knotted up at 2. We got back there number 22. It's Josephine Park going to serve for the Firewolves. Let's see who Addie Robinson sets up here. She comes near side to Cara Wondercheck, and it goes right into the block. They tried to bring it up, but they're unable to handle it, so that's side out back to the Tritons. And looks like we have a substitution. Ava Loritz subbing in for Emma Hartman. Ava's going to do some serving. Senior Ava Loritz. Some good senior leadership on this team, folks. Ava's serve is in play. It is good. Quick set to the middle, tip over by the Firewolves, handled by the Tritons. Outside set to Cara Wondercheck, who bounces it off the net and over the block attempt of the Firewolves for a point. Sometimes the good things just happen, folks. Ava Loritz continuing to serve. Serve is up and not handled cleanly. Number 3, that's Brittany Ramirez. Couldn't handle that serve. That's an ace Tritons who now have a 5-2 lead. And let's see if Ava can keep the momentum going here. Tried to get a little too fancy with it and sends it out of bounds. Side out. So now we have number 3, Brittany Ramirez. Back to serve for the Firewolves. Handled, back set to Cara Wondercheck. I thought they were going to go near post, soccer term, to Rebecca Benjoyan, but they go back set to Cara Wondercheck, and she hammered it. Charlotte Carlson back to serve. That brings in Peyton Riki to play a little front line. She's going to play a little net for us. Charlotte does a beautiful job, drops that serve in. Quick tip over the net, handled by the Tritons, who then send a quick tip back over. Oh, a free ball back over to the Tritons. Back and forth here, folks. There's Peyton Riki, who drops one in. Well done. Peyton Riki dropped one in. It was dug out cleanly by number 9. That's Madison Rufino, but the Firewolves could not get it back over the net. Well done by both teams. Nice little rally there, but eventually won by the Tritons. And Charlotte Carlson continuing to serve. That's some fun volleyball right there, folks. That's what you pay to see, although it's free to get in. Set to the middle, big number one. By big, I mean tall, number one, Elise Snyder. Quick set, she's able to put that one in for a side out. Firewall's going to have a little substitution here. Let's see here. Number 19, that's Leilani Rufino, coming in to do some serving. She put together a string of some points in that first set. Let's see if she can do it again. Serve is up, in play, handled cleanly by Rebecca Penjoyan. Quick set to the middle, that's Peyton Reekie. Blocked at the net by Elise Snyder for the point. Point Firewolves. Crowd's into it, folks. Serve, a little free ball. Action, it doesn't clear the net. So serve went up. Rebecca Penjoyan put that up into the roof, and it was just ricocheted. Folks, it's just one of those things. You know how it is when it comes off the roof. Sometimes it bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't. Firewolves closed it within one. Ooh, Peyton Reekie, well job getting that free ball over. Let's see what the Firewolves do. Quick set to number one, Elise, who tips it over. Handled this time. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh! All right, Elise tried to tip that one over, and Peyton Reekie says, I see your block, and I got one for you right back to you. Here we go, folks. Peyton Reekie with a nice block, side out. Cara Wondercheck back to serve for the Tritons, who are up 8-6. Great serve. Free ball sent back over to the Tritons. Ooh, well, they got a little discombobulated on that one, folks. I got so caught up on that great block by Peyton Reekie, I couldn't follow the action there too soon, but too quickly. But it is 8-7 in favor of the Tritons. Number 21, that is Eiley, is back to serve for the Firewolves. Tritons do a back set to Rebecca Penjoyan. Handled this time by the Firewolves, but it looks like they did a double hit. So, side that back to the Tritons. Number 10, Emma Hartman, replacing Ava Lords to play a little front line here. Rebecca Penjoyan back to do some serving. Handled cleanly by the Firewolves. They set up Elise Snyder in the middle. She does get it over the net. Triton scrambling for it. Oh, and they just couldn't quite get that free ball back over the net. That is a side out back to the Firewolves. Elise Snyder back to serve. Trailing by one. Tight set number two. See who Addie Robinson's going to set up here. She set up on the outside. Emma Hartman, who gets it over, but it's handled by the Firewolves. Backline hit straight out of bounds. That's side out. Good hit there by Emma Hartman. And now we have some subbing. We have Peyton Soliday coming in for Peyton Reekie. And Kaylin Reekie came in on the libero switch for Charlotte Carlson. So Peyton for Peyton. Peyton number two, Soliday, serving, and she gets an ace. Boy, she dropped that beautifully in to no man's land, just over the net. Peyton Soliday continuing to serve. She puts a little bit more on this one, but it does not clear the net this time. Side out back to the Firewolves. And we have now Peyton Reekie replacing Peyton Soliday. But Soliday is now coming back out in favor of libero Charlotte Carlson. Number 13 for the Firewolves, that's Jocelyn. Subbing in, and number 9, Madison Rufino back to serve. Firewolves trailing by 2 on this beautiful Saturday in Southern California. Big outside set to Emma Hartman, who gets it over, handled by the Firewolves. They set up number 22, that's Josephine Park. Gets it down. Nifty little attempt by Cara Wondercheck. She's unable to get that ball back up into play, and that is straight point for the Firewolves. Trailing 11-10. Set number 2. Tritons lead 1-0. Ball does not clear the net. That is side out. Back to the Tritons. You thought it was for a second, folks. The ball just kind of floated there for a second and just kind of died right at the net. Kind of like my putts in golf. If I think it's going to go in, it just dies right there at the cup. Addie Robertson back to serve. Woo. Firewolves set up number 13, Jocelyn, who instead of putting some power on it, just dropped it right over to the net into no man's land. That is side out. Back to the Firewolves, trailing by 1. Number 22, Josephine Park for the serve. Free ball sent back over. That was well done. That free ball got sent into no man's land, and that's side out back to the Tritons. Number 1, Ava Loritz, replacing number 10, Emma Hartman. I believe that is Ava coming in to serve. We got a tight one here, folks. It's on. It's been on the whole time. My apologies, folks, if there was some audio difficulties there. I'm told by the booth that the audio was down or not happening, but we're going to see what we're doing here. Amongst the confusion, what has happened is we now have a tie set here, 13-13. Samueli putting on a good little run here. Number 3, Brittany Ramirez doing the serving. There's a tip up and over the block attempt of Kaylin Riki. Firewolves now lead 14-13, prompting a timeout by Coach Alley. So we have a timeout, set number 2. Firewolves up by 1. We'll be right back here, folks. That keeps popping up. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. Trying to get some audio going here, folks. I could very well just be talking to myself right now, which happens more often than not. I crack myself up on most occasions. But we're going to see if we get this going here. We get the thumbs up. We get the thumbs up, folks. The Pajoyan family giving us the thumbs up from, we're good. We are good, very good. Well, my apologies if the sound was down earlier. Sometimes I am not technically savvy trying to multitask back here by commentating and putting the score up on the live stream, but regardless, we're back in action. We welcome all those family members who are outside of California tuning in to see the action here. We got a good one here, folks, in the second set. There was a good hit by, I believe that was Kaylin Riki, giving the home team the much-needed side out. Knotted up at 14. We have Peyton Riki replacing Kaylin Riki as Charlotte Carlson goes back to serve. Knotted up at 14. And Charlotte Carlson unable to get that one over the net on that attempt. So we got side out back to Samueli, who have a 15-14 lead. Number 19 for Samueli, that's Leilani Rufino coming in to do some serving. We're going to see how Leilani does back here. Ball is in play, and she tickles the back line for an ace. That is a straight-up ace, folks. Leilani continuing to serve. Firewolves holding a 16-14 lead. Outside set to Rebecca Pinjoyan. The timing was a little off, causing kind of a free ball. But the Firewolves send a free ball back over. Ooh, this time it was a clean set to Rebecca, and she hammers it, but it goes just a little bit long.
They can't hear you.
And they can't hear me. Back set to Cara Wendercheck. But the Firewolves are into the net, so that's side out to the Tritons. I'm going to continue to talk. I'm going to pretend that people can't hear me. And we're just going to keep it going here, folks. That was a much-needed side out for the Tritons, who trail 15-17. Kara Wondercheck back to serve. I think we've got everybody's rotations in line here. Let's see what happens. Kara puts the ball in play. Firewolves send a free ball back over to the Tritons, and that free ball goes long. That's point Tritons. And let's see, let me get the score up to date here. Tritons trailing 17-16. Kara Wondercheck back to the serve. Handled cleanly by Firewolves this time. A little quick set to the middle, number 1. That's Elsie Snyder. Ooh, backline set to Kara Wondercheck, but Elsie gets the big block on that one. Big block, so Firewolves have an 18-16 lead. This disc cleanup keeps popping up. I don't know if that's what it is. Big block on Rebecca Benjoyan's hit attempt. We got a good rally here going. Elise tips it over, handled cleanly by the Tritons. Tipped this time by Rebecca Benjoyan. She goes right down the net, folks, because there was nobody at the net right there. It was well done by Rebecca. Emma Hartman subbing in for Ava Loritz as Rebecca Benjoyan goes back to serve. Ball is in play. Quick set to the middle, Elise. Right to Rebecca. Addie Robertson tried to do a little sneak tip over the net. Didn't clear the net, that's side out. And Samueli taking a 19-17 lead. Who do we have serving back here for the Firewolves? That's number 1. It's Elise Snyder. Oh, we got a little break in the action. We got a little wet spot on the floor. Looks like we're going to clean that up real quick. Safety first, folks. We do have a crack staff of athletic trainers here. Kayla Osgood is in attendance today, but it'd be nice if she didn't have to be put into service. Looks like we got the slick spot cleared up. Elise Snyder back to serve. Up by 2. That's a free ball back over to the Firewolves. Let's see who they set up this time. Outside number 22. That's Josephine Park. Boy, she puts a little umph on that one. Goes angled cross court in for the point. Firewolves now up 20-17. Set number 2. Let's see. And, we may get a miraculous free ball. And we do. That was well done by the Tritons. That serve was not handled cleanly and was ricocheted all the way to the back wall, and Rebecca Benjoyan gets that free ball all the way back over, and I don't think Samueli was expecting us to get that free ball back over and caught him by surprise. That's side out. Tritons trail by 2, 20-18. We have Colleen O'Callahan has subbed in to do some serving, and Kaylin Reiki comes in on the libero switch. So first appearance for Colleen today. Come back to do some serving. Let's see what she does with it. Ball is in play. It is good. Josephine Park does a little tip. And they've got that dialed in, folks, for that is a side out. Samueli taking a lead. They're up 21-18. We're still trying to get some technical issues here in the booth taken care of so we can get that sound up to those who are streaming. Number 9, Madison Rufino with the serve. Free ball sent back over to the Firewolves. Let's see what they do with it. They set up Josephine Park on the outside. Tip. This time the Tritons are ready for it. Emma Hartman with the tip of her own. Back over to the Firewolves. Josephine Park with the big hit on this one. Dug out nicely by Rebecca Benjoyan. Backline set to Kara Wondercheck, who tips it up, over, and side out for the Tritons. That was a great rally, folks. The Tritons needed that when they were trailing 21-19. Addie Robertson back to serve. Handled well by the Firewolves. They go backline, hit, free ball back over to the Tritons. Little middle set to Kaylin Reiki. Big hit, big block up front by Brittany Ramirez. Both teams trading punches here, folks, in the second set. Oh! Timing was a little off on that one for Brittany Ramirez. She had the ball set up to her nicely by the Tritons, but she's unable to get that one over the net. Side out Triton, point Tritons, trailing by 1, 21-20. Addie Robertson continuing to serve. Ooh, there is an ace. There we go, and we are knotted up. We are knotted up at 21. And timeout taken by Samueli. We're going to take a quick timeout here, folks. We're trying to get these technical issues taken care of. We'll be right back with you.
Okay, so I think it's because there's. Whatever this is.
All right, folks. Well, the Tritons have taken the lead, 22-21. Again, if you can hear me, my apologies. We've had some audio issues here in the booth that we are working on. I'm just going to keep on rambling here on the hopes that you can hear me. If not, at least if you can see the video, you can watch the action. We have had some great rallies here in set number 2. Right now, teams are trading blows. Let's see, back set to Cara Wondercheck. Takes it off the net. Oh, and there was a free ball attempt by the Firewolves. They're unable to handle it cleanly to send it back over. That gives your Tritons a 2-point lead. They're up 23-21, and this leads to Samueli taking their first timeout, second timeout. Regardless, they're taking a timeout, folks. This has been a good rally in the second set. Good effort by both teams. Tritons up by 2. They're going to see if they can close it out. On the floor for your Tritons, Cara Wondercheck, Charlotte Carlson, Rebecca Pinjoyan, Emma Hartman, and setter Addie Robertson. As we come out of that hydration timeout, we need everybody to stay hydrated, folks. It does get stuffy in the gym here still. A little bit of heat. Summer refusing to go away in SoCal. Addie Robertson up to serve. Sends a good serve over. Let's see what the Firewolves are doing. They do a back set to Jocelyn Park, who tips it over. Handled well by the Tritons. Setting up Cara Wondercheck, who just puts it at the feet of one of the ladies in the back row. And that leads to set point for the Tritons. Addie Robertson looking to close this one out. Ball is in play. And that's straight ace for the Tritons. And they take this set number 2, 25-21, to take a 2-0 lead in this non-league match. We are going to take a quick break here, folks. We're going to try and make sure we get this audio figured out for this third set. Grab a snack, grab a drink. Stay hydrated. We'll be right back with you, folks. Well, we're getting ready for set number 3. Tritons up 2-0. Looks like starting lineup for the Tritons in set number 3 is going to include Peyton Soliday, Colleen O'Callahan, Addie Robertson, Rebecca Penjoyan, Charlotte Carlson, Kaylin Reiki, and Cara Wondercheck. So Tritons will get the serve in this first serve in set number 3. Addie Robertson back to do the honors there to get us going. As the referees are making sure that everybody's lineups and rotations are where they're supposed to be. Serve is up, and here we go. Tipped back over to the Tritons. Back set to Cara Wondercheck, who gets that ball down off the block attempt of the Firewolves. And the Tritons take a 1-0 lead. Always a good start. Addie Robinson continuing to serve. Ball is in play. Tickles the net. Crawls over. Firewolves are able to handle it. And what had happened there is Elise Snyder had sent the ball over, but Kaylin Reiki was called for a net. So, side out, 1-1. Number 13, Jocelyn. Coming in for number 19, Leilani. As number 9, Madison Rufino goes back to serve for the Firewolves. The serve was up, serve was good. Tritons tried to do a little free ball back over. Rebecca Benjoin just short of that one just a little bit. So visiting Firewolves are now up 2-1. Madison Rufino back to serve. They go cross-court set to Cara Wondercheck, who doesn't get it over the net. That's point for the Firewolves, who now have a 3-1 lead in set number 3. Madison continuing to serve. Ball is in play, handled well by Charlotte Carlson. They go back set tip to Colleen O'Callahan, blocked at the net, handled by both teams there right at the net, kind of going back and forth, but the Firewolves tip it up into no man's land for the Firewolves, and that is point Samueli up 4-1 right now. Not being able to update the score on the live stream just yet, but if you can hear me, I will continue to update the score for you. And Madison puts that serve into the net, side out to the Tritons, trailing 4-2. So who will be serving for the Tritons? Let's see what happens here. We have Ava Lortz subbing in for Colleen O'Callahan. Looks like Ava's going to be doing some serving for us. And Ava's going to go back and serve. Tritons trailing by 2. Ball's up, ball's in play. Big block by Kaylin Reiki on Elise Snyder there. But it goes to Jocelyn Park. She doesn't miss on that one. And what happens there, that's a side out for the Firewolves. Jocelyn Park back to serve for Samueli. And that serve is good. Carlson's in the back over the net to the Firewolves. Quick set to the middle to Elise. Handled by the Tritons. Free ball sent back over by Rebecca Benjoin. She just teardropped it right up over the block attempt into no man's land, side out. So Charlotte Carlson back to serve. Tritons trailing by 2. Serve is up, serve is in play. Hit attempt by number 21, that's Ailey Zarate. She is unable to clear the net.
Disconnect the audio and then reconnect it.
Okay, go ahead.